Hey, it's a beautiful day here in central New Jersey. I am in zone 6B on the cusp of 7. It's a good time for me to go ahead and do a fall foliar spray on the leaves of my fruiting trees. This here is an apple tree, a Honeycrisp to be exact, and you can see that we still have 50% or more of the leaves in the tree canopy. That means there's still time for us to go ahead and spray a foliar spray. The reason that matters is because if you do a foliar spray and there's not very many leaves, you're kind of wasting your time and energy because there's no leaves to absorb the spray. So with this Honeycrisp, the reason that I'm doing a fall spray is because I'm trying to give the tree a nitrogen, zinc, and microbe boost that it can absorb through its leaves before we go into the next growing season. Okay, so my personal approach to giving nutrients to my plants is to give it to the soil. I do that by way of giving microbes through compost, adding compost for new organic growth material. I give a lot of plants that do chop and drop functions like comfrey, because that deep taproot will help uptake some nutrients, but also I can chop it and drop it. It'll break down into new organic matter and give back to the soil nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. So I have a lot of plants that I grow around the base of my apple trees and other fruiting trees. This concept is called a guild. You can learn more about guilds from Michael Phillips, who wrote The Holistic Orchard. He also has a website with a lot of great information. But the other thing I'm taking from Michael Phillips are his foliar sprays. Now, the reason I'm doing the foliar spray is because I want to offer specific nutrients to the foliage that might not be taken up by the rootstock out of the soil for whatever reason. So today we're going to do a basic recipe by Michael Phillips, which includes things like liquid kelp, we've got liquid fish, we've got some neem oil in there, we have blackstrap molasses, we've got some microbes by way of a compost tea, and these things will not only help with nutrients through the leaves, but also can help prevent things like apple scab. Real close to 60 degrees Fahrenheit already. There's some wind, but it's manageable in the areas that my trees are in. The recipe that I'm using calls for a 4-gallon backpack sprayer, which is what I'm using. Just make the concentrate, fill it the rest of the way with water, and then we spray to the point of drenching the leaves to run off. So as it dries, the leaves are going to intake all of the nutrients, and anything that drips off is absorbed by the roots. Okay, so by spraying the leaves now, hopefully the tree will have absorbed some nutrients. It's going to absorb that and hold it in its rootstock along with carbs and sugars. And that way, at the very beginning of the growing season, come spring, that tree is going to be able to have nutrients to harness to give it energy in order to be able to set buds, fruit, leaf growth, all that good stuff. And it'll be there as soon as it needs it.